Students, things have changed a lot with the electives in Edmentum. Some of you, it may have stayed the same, but I know if you had me, Mrs. Holmes, I looked at some of your electives and I was just not satisfied with the way that the courses were laid out. So we have worked the last couple of weeks just to get your electives kind of moved around a little bit. So I do apologize for any of those things, and I have applied any past credit that you had, and moving forward it looks like these are much better options for you guys. So I did want to just going to go back over this. Take notes in your lessons, complete the lessons, meaning you need to go from the beginning to the end. If there are flashcards available, make sure that you go through those and you actually access that and click in those. Be prepared to take the quiz or mastery test or post test, and you can use your notes, but be prepared to do that before you click on that. If you receive a failing grade on a quiz or a post test, and I want to emphasize quiz or post test, not mastery test, because we know we can go through our mastery test on our own, but quiz or post test, you may email your teacher to have it reset one time. Now, when you do that, I need you to make sure that you submit your notes to your teacher, okay? Because we've asked you to take notes. So if you want to have a post test reset in your elective classes and really in any of your classes with me, understand I'm going to ask to see your notes. Okay, because that's the whole point. You're supposed to be taking these notes and tracking as you go. So most of your electives have a what we call a tutorial and a mastery test. They allow you the opportunity to self-correct and go back through the tutorial, study the missed information, and click save and exit. And what this does is it will reset your mastery test. You can do this as many times as you want to achieve content mastery and receive the passing score. Or say you make an 80 and you want to shoot for hundreds, that's okay. That you have that opportunity with virtual. So just to kind of show you what I was talking about. All right, this is a homepage. And so I'm just going to go, this is an art class, semester 1. So I will go to all activities, and I'm going to open up each of the units. Okay, so understand that your tutorial, you click play, you go through each of the lessons, all the content, the material in it. And some of them will have guided reading notes and some of them will not for electives. Okay. Make sure you're using, your table of contents moving throughout it. All right. So when you get to this 30-second slide, you will have made sure you got all your notes that you needed, and you'll click save and exit. When you do that, this will no longer say in progress. It will say completed, and then it will open up this mastery test. So quickly, of course, I'm applying, I'm working, I'm taking my good notes, I'm looking at the vocabulary like I've shown you in the other videos. I'm doing any questions necessary. Um, I'm going through each of the slides. I'm responding as I need to. Um, it's really not going to let me move forward unless I apply. So I don't know why it won't let me continue along, but submit. Um, I'm getting to the end here. Okay. Again, this is not a lesson tutorial, or I would make a point to go through it. This is simply me trying to show you with your electives. All right, so I click save and exit. All right, you see that it says completed. Okay, so now in my mastery test, as you can tell, I'm not paying attention. I'm literally just trying to do this to show you. All right. So, okay, I'm going to score it. All right, I got none of those right. So review your answers. All right, so this is what I'm talking about right here when I say go back. So you can take this as many times as you want to achieve content mastery. All right, so I went through my lesson. I looked at what I was supposed to do. I applied myself. I wasn't in a hurry. And so then I'm going to say, okay, so I'm going to sit down and I'm going to look at what I got wrong. Okay. I might even write this down and say, okay, what element of filmmaking is this particular question asking? Okay. And so then I'm going to go back and I'm going to make sure I'm going to write these down. I'm going to write cinematography, editing, mise en scene, sound engineering. And then I'm going to make sure I understand what those mean when I go back through my tutorial, okay, and study any missed information, okay. Um, Again, I'm going to read the question and I'm going to try and understand, okay. So when I do that, okay, I'm going to push okay and exit. It'll take me back. Now it'll say completed, not mastered. So in order to open this back up, I've got to go back through this tutorial. I've got to go back through all 32 slides, click save and exit, and then it will unlock that feature for me. So I hope you've understood this electives in Edmentum, just me kind of walking you through what it means to be able to self-correct and go back through your tutorials to study the missed information, which is the whole point, of this. We want to learn the information. We want to be able to retain that information and hold on to that so that we can learn more of the content here. All right. So again, you can do this as many times as you choose to receive content mastery. Okay. So that you leave the particular lesson understanding more than when you walked into it. Okay.